Hello everybody, let me just fix this up here. Ooh. Right off the bat. So Flo is gonna join us shortly. Ooh, look at me go. I like the color that I flash. Flo's gonna join us very shortly. Uh, she's just finishing up some stuff. And then we'll pop on in. Remember, I have to give that diamond to Marnie. Oh, I should actually bring up the stream here. All right. So that was an interesting chat earlier, everybody. I'm sorry if it got heavy for anybody. If I do end up doing more chats about loss and stuff like that, I'm hoping that I can help people lessen that feeling, that bad feeling you get when you talk about stuff like that. Yeah, I do have an owl in my head. Snowy owls are some of my favorite owls. Hee hee. And I have goat legs. Snowy owls are great. Snowy owls and barn owls are my two favorites. Just gonna double check. Okay, yeah, maybe turn down the audio of the game a wee bit there. I'm gonna leave up the crisis line numbers because it is Mental Health Monday, and you can still kind of see through it to see the time. Maybe can I move it down a little? Maybe not. There we go. I actually have a somewhat sad, oh god, pet the dog, story about my childhood to do with owls. Meow. Because owls have always been one of my favorite animals. I absolutely love owls, and like one of my favorite authors ever since I was a kid is Farley Mowat, and one of his kids' books is Owls in the Family, which is about owls. And yeah, so I was obsessed with owls as a kid. But after the car accident, I had to see a psychiatrist, and I think it was like every Thursday or something like that. So then my school announced they were doing a field trip, and they were going to like they were going to an owl sanctuary for this field trip, but it was on a day that I had my therapy appointment, and my therapy appointment, I usually left school early to go see them, and yeah, I don't know why my mom didn't just like reschedule or cancel, considering it was something that I was really wanted to do. But yeah, I ended up not being able to go. And then on top of that, the next day in school, they spent like half the day showing slides of the day that everybody went and all the cool things they saw and learned. And that still bothers me to this day. Because I would have really loved to go. That would have been a lot of fun. What I do want to do, though, there's an owl rescue in Ontario that I really want to volunteer with, but I need a car and everything like that. So once I'm set up with stuff like that, I plan to volunteer with the owl rescues, which I'm not going to get a lot of requests for help. Essentially, you give them your location, and then if an owl is found within your like radius, they'll call you to go catch the owl and bring them to the center where they take care of them and then release them again. Dear Dora, I know you're busy on the farm, and that's why you can't visit. I understand. You've been working so hard. Keep it up, and you can accomplish anything. Love, Dad. P.S. Included some quality stone. So he considers a pile of rocks a gift. But yeah. Positive messages from your parents. That's how you can tell this is a game. Hi, Flo. No worries. I will hold down the fort. I'll go take care of the animals. That's what I'll do. Look at them all. They all need pats. They all need love. I'm a coming. Oh. Bark, bark, bark. Right, we have a goat. Bark, 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 bark. Okay. Egg. Oh. Is there... What is... So that's a dinosaur egg. Where's an incubator? Don't we have one? We have one around here, right? I will leave that there for when Flo gets here. Flo knows what to do. Boop. So if anyone wants to use the space, it's still mental health one day. If anyone wants to use the space to vent and everything like that, please feel free. Or if anybody has a topic they want to discuss. Excuse me if my voice is cracky and stuff. Some of the symptoms of my disabilities include this thing that happens where my throat feels like there's something caught in it and it makes it difficult to talk, and there isn't actually anything caught in my throat or anything I could do about it. Well, I could have antacids and stuff usually help, but I don't have any right now. So I just have to suffer through it. So every once in a while it might sound like I'm choking up, and I'm fine. Give me that milk. How do I do this again? There we go. Cheese. Oh. Wait. Boop. The way the duck hops out of the water is adorable. Okay. Oop. I'm just gonna put this mayonnaise in this chest out in the sun. I think it'll be fine there. The other day I decided to try out a game for the first time in years because I never finished it, but I ended up fixating and playing for 12 hours and just finished it on the hardest difficulty. Yeah, the farm's looking good. Flo organized a lot of stuff and built some nice fancy things. So Flo has made it look very nice. Oh, is that a follow? Thank you for the follow. Um, I'm bad for doing that with games when I'm not when I shouldn't. And I mean, it's great to enjoy games and everything, but like for example, I lost a bunch of belongings because of Mass Effect 2. And to put that into perspective, it was because I was getting ready to move like to a different province, and I was supposed to be packing, and I was really stressed, and decided that to help relax myself, I would play some of my favorite game, and ended up just focusing on the game and not packing as much as I should have, and then wasn't packed in time. So that wasn't so good. Yeah, it's a lot easier to organize when you have two people and have an idea of how the layout for like the sprinklers and everything should be. Yeah, I'm giving a diamond to Marnie. Ooh, another adrenaline rush. Oh no, wait. I wanna. Wait, how do I. There. There you go. This is an incredible gift. Thanks. Yay! Can I get into your house yet? Fine. I'll be back. Oh. You keep shoving EpiPens into your character. I like it. It makes me turn nice colors. um. Oh. Or what we got going on here? Whoops. Didn't mean to put them back. Ooh, yes, more diamonds. I need to give them to Marnie so I can go get what's his face's shorts out of her bedroom. And we're not asking her why they're there. Oh, 5 pieces. I have to get 5 pieces? Well, then I guess I'll just drop these back in because there's only 4. Mm. Okay. What else do I have to do? I can drop off. Wait, where do I have the wood stored? Um... Wait. Why do I have that in there? Um... I want to hoard some of these dried mushroom thingies. I put them there. I need to sort out some of this crap. I want to put the... Oh, I'll sell the apricot, I guess. I want to put it somewhere so that I have... I think I have storage outside, actually. I like having at least one of each thing, just in case. I'm looking at the crowd control stuff and I don't know how to not read Give Wood Dirty. I can't remember, is there one for Give Hardwood too? Because isn't it called hardwood? The other wood? The other wood. Yeah. Trying to think what else I have to do. There's some crab pots down by the beach. Yay! Grab this stuff. Yay, Flo's here. Maybe I'll just do some fishing. That's a tree I'm stuck on. What are you doing here? This morning I accidentally stepped on a bug. You murderer. So we had been talking about techniques to calm one's mind, um, which I mentioned meditation, yoga, even exercise can all be great ways to calm your mind and help you get through the times when you're either dealing with negative thoughts or there's a lot going on. And exercise can, I mean, some people try and say, oh, you have bad mental health, just exercise, it'll fix everything. No, no, it won't. But it can help. Like a mixture of exercise and a good diet and stuff can actually contribute to much better mental health. But it's like mental wellness is a combination of things. That's just like just taking your medication alone isn't going to be good enough usually, or just seeing a therapist alone. It's about figuring out what tools work for you, what combination of tools, and what doesn't. So, for some, exercise is a great way to help clear your mind and focus on your body. For me, it is not. And part of that is because with POTS, POTS has a symptom that's exercise intolerance or exercise something, which means exercise no good for me because I will actually pass out. So I have to be really easy on my body. But yoga is something that can help clear my mind. And I was actually surprised when I started doing yoga how a lot of the positions that you get into can actually help with how you're feeling physically and mentally. Because I've gotten like to deal with some of the nausea and stuff like that that are part of my symptoms. There's some poses that you can get into that help alleviate some of the nausea, and it actually seems to work for me. And then other positions help with my anxiety, like I mentioned, child pose earlier helps me with my anxiety sometimes. And that's what works for me. And it might not work for another person, but then some people it does. Just like how exercise doesn't work for me. And meditation, I think meditation would actually benefit a lot more people if people understood a bit more about it. Because there's a lot of different ways to meditate. And often when people try and look up or research meditation, a lot of it is telling you, like one thing that deterred me from meditation before was there was a big focus on you need to sit a certain way and have a certain position. And as somebody who has chronic pain and deals with chronic illness, that is not a thing I can do. I cannot sit in those positions and hold those positions without there being pain. That is very distracting. And I'm not able to meditate that way. But if I lie down or you just get into a comfortable position, I can meditate just fine. And the positioning when you meditate is not the only way to meditate. It's just like getting into a position is supposed to be a way to help with the meditation. It's not the only way to meditate. Where am I going? Yeah, brain tickles. Plus, it takes a lot of mental fortitude to be able to not be cynical and miserable constantly when you're always in pain. Yeah, it's very difficult. So I have chronic pain. I am always in pain. It's just sometimes it's more pain than others. Boop. Did I get a? Yeah, I did get a CD. So sometimes my pain is at just like a regular level for me is on the pain scale. It's like my everyday pain is usually a 2 or 3. So I'm kind of like accustomed to that, but it is can still be distracting. And then when that pain gets worse because I have to sit in weird positions or whatever, then there's just I can't focus because I already started at a 2 or 3, and then so making it more painful makes it not possible for me to focus on anything other than the pain, really. Although over the years I have gotten pretty good at distracting myself when it came to pain, um, reminding myself that pain is receptors. Um, it's my brain sending me a message, and I can try and ignore that message. Um, I mean, a lot of the times it is directly tied to something happening in your body, but for me, like it's the pain of just like that 2 or 3 that I constantly have isn't anything I need to be concerned about. So it's just a message my brain is sending me that I need to not focus on. And so I've worked on that for years, trying to help myself remind myself it's a message that my brain's sending me that I don't need to pay attention to right now. It's an uncomfortable message, very uncomfortable, but I can try not to focus on it. Exactly. Um, Brain Tickle saying, yeah, it's amazing how much you can get through when you tell yourself it's just pain, the body part still works, just keep going. Exactly. When you can just remind yourself it's a message. It's your brain communicating something to you, giving you a little warning because it thinks that you might want to pay attention to this, but you don't have to. Everything is fine. Um, you're going to be just fine. Like that can make a big difference. Oh, I have a stick I can put in the thing. So some people see those with chronic pain in what they consider is a mood, but it's actually a fairly good day. Yeah, and people with chronic pain often it's difficult to like communicate to people how you're feeling in any specific day, because like for example, if someone asks you if how you're feeling that day, I'm not going to say like, "Oh, I'm having a bad day" when I'm at a 2 or 3 level because that's an average day for me. But then people who don't deal with chronic pain think that that means that I'm at a 0, but I'm never at a 0. So it's difficult to communicate as somebody with chronic pain and chronic illness to those that don't have it. I'll be right back. Bear with me just a moment. Okay. Brain tickles. I have pushed a couple miles past muscle cramps until I physically couldn't move my legs anymore. And then I crawled. Yeah, because pain is just it's a warning. It's it doesn't necessarily mean something's very wrong. Fewer things hurt today than normal, so I am doing pretty good. Yeah, that's that's it pretty much. And I mean, if people with chronic illness were like honest when people asked them how they were doing, we would constantly just be like, "I'm in pain. I am suffering." And yeah, so you have to communicate that like, oh, me saying I feel good today is me saying I'm at my average level of pain and I can manage it. I can do some things. But it's hard for some able-bodied people to imagine and stuff too. It's hard for people to think about being in pain constantly and there not being relief from it. It's hard for them to imagine. Also, the assessment period when someone asks and you start like focusing on the parts of your body that typically bug you. Yes. Front of see. Focusing. That's the thing. Somebody asking me how I'm feeling. I've had people, just directly ask how my pain levels are today, which is a nice way to ask me how I'm feeling. Recognizing that, like, yeah, I'm going to be in pain. And then I have to sit there and think, because my back and shoulders and neck are always in pain. There's a constant level, and I have to kind of like think about what the level's at today. And then there's also different kinds of pain, because there's like the constant pain that I feel, and then there'll be another kind of pain that is like technically kind of the same level of pain, but it's a pain that I know is going to get worse as the day goes on. Like when I get my stegosaurus pains, I call them that because this thing happens to my muscles where I can feel like this pain, this kind of twinge in a certain part of my back, and I'll know that what it is because if I try and move my arm or whatever, that one spot will hurt every time I move. And then throughout the day, it will get worse and worse and worse. And then by the next day, or sometimes the day after that, it's gotten so bad that there's a visible lump. And it's always in my back when it does that. Give her another diamond. Just all the diamonds. So that's why I call it stegosaurusing. Because I get these lumps in my back, usually kind of close to my spine. You can only give 2 a week? It's bullshit. I can't give her diamonds every day? It's bullshit. Anyways. Yeah, so the fun thing for my chronic illnesses is not only are my trapezius muscles not so good because of my POTS and stuff, but also when I had the car accident, it ran over my head and shoulders and tore my trapezius muscles and did permanent damage to the point that I'm supposed to be having physiotherapy for the rest of my life, but I can't afford it, so I'm not. So I have permanent damage to those muscles from an accident. Plus, I have disabilities that cause pain in those spots. So, extra bad. Lollipop impact toy shaped like a dinosaur and called it her Stegosaurus. I like that. I kind of want to go looking around here. I have a few things that like overlap bad things, like my trapezius muscle is one. I also, and excuse me for any trigger warnings for people. I have multiple illnesses that are high risk for suicide, and you know that can be really brutal. So, a couple, I have personality disorders that have that high risk, and then I have PMDD. Does this when? How often does this like come back? And a few other things. So that combination is no fun, and it requires a lot of hard work to keep myself alive. Which, one of those things also is the fact that just people who live with chronic illness and chronic pain tend to be at high risk for wanting to unalive. And a few other things. I have BPD, and that's another one that is high risk for that stuff. Whoops. Yeah. Flo also in that boat. Should have taken the cart thing back, maybe. Hello. PMDD is one of those things that doesn't have as much attention as it should, mostly because it's something that impacts women and therefore doesn't get attention that it needs. Oh. What else do I need to do? I've been just kind of wandering around talking. Boop. Didn't I have something else? Oh, yeah. Don't think I need more fish thingies. Yeah, that's no good. Well, you know, Flo, that I'm here for you however I can be. Not that it helps much since I'm so far away, too. And that's another. I mean, it's still on the topic of death and stuff, but feelings of wanting to unalive yourself and all of that should be talked about a lot more. Because it creates a huge problem. I've had people that I really cared about decide to make their exit. And one thing that really sucks is if it was less kind of demonized for people to choose that, I feel like people would actually be more open about talking about it before they go. So I am someone that I very strongly believe in the right to die, support dying with dignity and all of that. However, that has to come hand in hand with improvements with access to stuff for. Oh my god, my brain is just completely fried today. That needs we need to make sure everybody can access all the medical care and mental health support that they need before we go making it so that people can just easily access their exits. Because without both those things being available, it's just setting things up for a really bad time. Because, you know, if somebody is dealing with a lot of poverty and stuff like that, they're going to choose to exit because they can't afford the life they want. And they should instead have the opportunity to actually get the life they want. And people are going to choose to make their exit because they, aren't getting the mental health support that they need. And again, that needs to be accessible for people before we start focusing on the, making it available for people that way. But also, we cannot decide for people if their life is worth living. That is only something they can decide. And it's actually terrifying that that's something that someone could be trapped into and not want to be part of. So I was friends with somebody who was an advocate for the right to die movement, and part of his whole thing was he was young and he had multiple sicknesses that he struggled with that made life a living hell for him. And he wanted to be able to make his exit. And he wanted to do so on his own terms, you know. Yeah, he wanted to be able to do it on his own terms, and ended up doing that in his own way, but without the assistance of any programs or anything like that. He did that himself. And something that's important to think about with that is he should not be demonized for choosing that. He was very open with people. We all knew that was a thing. It was actually a relief to hear. It was sad to hear that he was gone, but because it's always sad to when someone leaves, but knowing that he was at peace and it was something he wanted, and that's something he was okay with, and that he didn't have to suffer anymore through that stuff. And that's really nice. And it's terrifying, the idea that people could be suffering with things so intense that they feel that they have to exit. And I'm talking about people that there's no ways to fix these things. There's no medical assistance out there to help them have any better quality of life, things like that. Just in general, if you just decide that I think if somebody just decides, hey, I just don't want to anymore. I'm just done. They should be able to do that. Like, oh, I've done everything I want with my life and I just think I'm tired and I just want to I'm good now. That's up to you. That's your life. It's the one thing that you get control over in the world. And it's I think it's messed up for other people to get a say in your life. So yeah, but like I said, with all of the right to die stuff, some of the ways they're approaching making that available is a little scary because they're not addressing the fact that people need access to healthcare and people need access to mental health support. People need access to stable homes and everything like that. Otherwise, you're just going to get people that want out because they can't afford to live or they can't afford the medication they need or whatever. So it's a very complex situation. Also, I hate the idea of being forced into, like, I mean, in Canada, we have the MAID program. So right now, if somebody's terminal, they can access the MAID program, which means that they can schedule their exit with a doctor and they can have family around them and they can make it really, really peaceful for themselves and do whatever they want with it. And I think that's really great. And it means that people don't have to suffer through their body deteriorating. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Is they're using it to kind of push people into it. It still requires a long process, though, relatively long process that involves doctors and things like that. But it is being recommended probably earlier than it should be in some cases. And instead of it being looked at as, oh, we need to put more money into healthcare and make sure this is all available, it's, oh, well, we don't have money to put into that, so we're just going to suggest that the person makes their exit instead. And they should have access to all of the things they need first. We have hospice here where you can go to palliative care only, but I don't think that's available here in most places, at least. I actually helped arrange one of the first MAID program deaths. Like the pickup, rather, I should specify. Worked with the family for the timing of the passing and everything like that. And it was really nice, and it was something really great for the family, too. Got mail. Dear Dora, tomorrow we're holding the Egg Festival in the town square. You should arrive between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. if you'd like to attend. You wouldn't want to miss the annual egg hunt. Okay. What do I want to do? Egg Festival is filled with trans girls in the closet. I like it. I don't know what I want to do with myself. Whenever I don't know what to do, I just fish. Let's go foraging around town. Our end-of-life care is a nightmare, having been forced to learn about it before I was even 30 years old. Yeah. A lot of places lack end-of-life care. Oh, do we have access to the desert dungeon? I thought we had to... Wait a minute. Don't we have to, like, fix the bus or some crap? Hold on, let me drop some stuff off. Oh, I didn't know that. Cool. I don't know, did we? I don't remember fixing the bus. I don't know anymore. What do you even have to do to fix the bus? Regarding end-of-life care, I actually had been interested in becoming a death doula. The bus is it's in the community center. Oh, let's go drop those off. I'm just gonna put my bucket over here. Or whatever this is. Boop. I wanted to be a death doula to help people make their exit. Bus? No. I don't think we have it fixed yet. End-of-life care in general isn't, like, often discussed and then instead just forced upon people, which is really brutal. Families often have to step up and do the care for their loved ones and have to make decisions. And so I don't like doctors. Doctors have a hero complex and they're obsessed with trying to make people live as long as possible and aren't as concerned with what the quality of life would be for that person, which is a huge problem. So, like, for example, it's often doctors that end up delaying people from going into hospice care when they really should go into hospice care because they'll be convinced of, no, we'll do these, like all of these medications or all of these programs, do all of this physiotherapy and whatnot that will possibly extend their life a month or whatever, but actually puts them through a lot more stress and pain. And yeah, because they're not actually that concerned with how the person feels and more concerned with, you know, oh, this person's expected to die within 3 months. Well, I'm going to make them last 6 months. I really hate that. And then, yeah, it ends up falling on the family to care for them. And doctors add to this perception that putting a loved one into hospice is giving up. Accepting that somebody's passing is not giving up. It is moving on to the next stage of what their life is. It's not giving up. It's making sure that they're comfortable and that you get to have closure and peace with them. And yeah, not allowing families to properly set up for the end of life care is awful. And also, it's something that really, like, death and end of life stuff should be something that people are actually taught earlier on and discussed earlier on instead of having thrust onto them. When suddenly you have to make decisions, like suddenly you have a loved one that needs to go into hospice and you need to make the decisions and you're having doctors pressuring you saying, you know, oh, let's not give up. Let's do all these other horribly painful possible procedures that could add a tiny bit of life. It's a lot. And then on top of that, immediately following that is obviously like the funeral home stuff that we discussed earlier. And And then there's this like almost like pressure to not talk about any of it even when you're going through it. Like people don't want to hear it. You're supposed to stay strong, and I hate all of that cuz like it's going to be part of our lives, and it's something that more people should actually learn about instead of just having to figure it out while they're going through it. Whoops. Not to mention, like, to continue my rant about doctors being awful for end of life care, the fact that there's so many doctors who will have like weird arguments, like, for example, when it comes to medication that will alleviate pain, there's been quite a few doctors that will have weird arguments of like, well, we're not going to prescribe any kind of opioid because they can get addicted to it. Oh, the person that has 3 months to live is going to get addicted to this thing. Uh-huh. And like this medication that can really help them, improve the quality of their life for the last bit of life they have left is you're not going to give it to them because they can be addicted to it for the couple months that they have left. Uh Being cynical about it, I feel like the ruling class doesn't want us to know about end of life care and how bad it is currently because we'd try to change it. Our system here is designed to crush generational wealth. Yep. That is I 100% agree with that. It's and it's something they can easily kind of keep under the rug because like I said, it's taboo to talk about it, and to nobody wants to focus on those things. And when it happens fast and suddenly, and often it's very traumatizing. And what happens when you're traumatized with something? You don't really talk about it much. You don't want to think about it. You don't want to dwell on it after it's happened. You don't want to bring attention to it. You want to forget about it. Or even, maybe the way that you cope with how bad it is that you have to tell yourself it wasn't as bad as you think. It wasn't as bad as you thought while you were going through it or whatever. And they definitely rely on that. And it's the funeral industry rips people off a lot. And also it's a horrible expense that it hovers over people's heads. Like here in Ontario, the average cremation, even if you go for like the cheapest cremation, but consider the cost of registering the death and everything like that, is usually between $4,000 and $6,000, which the average household income is for someone is like 35,000, I think, per year, and that's someone living paycheck to paycheck, barely paying rent, not buying any excess things. And I believe the cost has probably even gone up since I have been aware of that cost, because it's been a little bit. And the fact that end of life care is something that you have to pretty much figure out Um, sorry, I'm trying to sort this. And do I have any of these in here? Yeah, in most places you have to shell out a whole bunch of money to take care of your loved ones when they're at the end of their life, and all the facilities are absolutely awful and mistreat the patients because they're over. Well, first of all, the staff in general tend to be overworked and underappreciated, but also some of them are quite toxic, and they're there for the money, and they don't really care about the people. And it's the mindset of, well, what are they going to do? Like, they're not going to be here longer, so I can just do whatever. You're going to go through my chest? Okay. Okay. Boop. I have yeah, I have a lot of random stuff because I'm a hoarder. So I always hoard stuff in games. Should listen to a song called "The Fine Print" by the Stupendium. It's technically made for a video game, but the whole game is a metaphor for capitalism, and that song hits hard. Have to check that out. Yeah, it's the cost of a funeral for someone. Well, not even a funeral, because the quote I'm giving is for like the absolute cheapest option that you can do, and then like an actual funeral with services and stuff, which are often people are pressured into and told that they have to do that if they respect, like, want to show respect, can get up to like 20,000 or more, especially if you're doing burial, and that is not affordable for anyone. Anyone, like any average person, I should say. So that's another reason why I always try to make it clear to people that funerals are for the living. So it doesn't even matter if you have one. I mean, do what you have to take care of your loved ones, remaining shell, how they want it done or how you see fit, and then from there, like any kind of service or memorial or anything is all about just what's important to you, what makes you feel better, what gives you closure. And it doesn't have to be some fancy, expensive service. There's a lot of things to do with funerals that, like, people, for example, okay, one of the people that passed away that was very important to me, she was like a mother to me, passed away when I was, what would I have been, like 18, 19 maybe? And when I attended her funeral, I did not wear all black. Gonna color code the chest and put signs. That sounds like a good idea. When I went to her funeral, I didn't wear all black. I wore a very brightly colored shirt, actually. And I specifically chose that. Rocks, minerals, and stuff. Cool, okay. I specifically chose that shirt because she had given me that shirt. And it actually inspired, I think, a speech from somebody because someone who was also close to her went up and was talking, and they mentioned how she was so giving that she would give you the shirt off her back and like looked over at me because the shirt I was wearing was a shirt that was hers that she had for years, that she had given to me because she thought it would look good on me. And she had taken me in when I needed a place to stay and all of that. So that's why it was so important. And I'm mentioning that just as an example of, you're taught that you go to a funeral, you got to wear black, you got to wear the mourning colors and all of that. And that's not the case. It's all about how you need to grieve. And I was getting weird looks from people when I was wearing this like brightly colored kind of like hippie shirt, like blouse. But I didn't care what other people thought because I was wearing it for her. I was wearing it in her memory, and that's what was important. Not what was expected of everybody. Orange chest is for trash. I think I can remember that. Yeah, so there's a lot of things related to end of life and death, that there's these expectations, and really what we need to do is what's right for us. So, if you want to schedule, oh, it's 12 a.m. If you want to schedule your exit because you think your quality of life is no good and there's no way to fix it, and you think you're good, you're done, you want to plan a nice peaceful exit, that's up to you. Gee, what's orange that we can associate with trash? That's exactly, I think that's what we were all thinking. Total coincidence. Didn't think about that. There's a few things that I think if we're gonna live under a government, there's a few things that I think should be taken care of, and the costs of our end of life and death, I think, are one. They like to focus on providing support for the beginning of life, and don't even do that well. Like baby bonuses and whatnot. But then, like, yes, we all get born. Got us a new friend. Oh, like all of us are born, and then all of us are going to die. But then that end part is just forgotten and ignored. And meanwhile, it's something that like most people are scared of and stresses most people out. Turtle. He makes a oh no sword. He makes a cute noise. Bloop. Oh, I can't get. Let me get to your water dish. He goes really fast. Is he a turtle or a tortoise? Oh, right, it's the egg thing, right? I ordered too much fertilizer for the garden. I bet you can put it to some good use. Take care, Jody. Uh-huh. Boop, 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 boop. What? do I have a fish on me? Okay. Nope, I did not mean to do that. I changed the sign by accident. I'll fix it. Boop. Okay. Plant stuff. When does the egg festival thingy start? Is it 9 a.m.? Well, that was good timing. Okay. Yeah. Egg festival. Egg festival. Squirrel! Some of these eggs were laid just this morning. See? They're still warm. That's gross. I just imagine him pressing a warm egg fresh out of a chicken butt to his face. Hey Dora, did you get a taste of my carp roe pie? That also sounds gross. What? It is the egg festival, isn't it? Ugh. Okay. The game is filled with furries, so I assume one of the villagers just laid them. I mean, that would probably be a pretty safe assumption. Alright, so we have to, like, beat some kids at an egg hunting contest or some shit, right? Do you think everyone's ready for the egg hunt? Probably. Thank you for specifying. Alright, let's do this. It's time for the highlight of today's festivities, the annual egg hunt. Calm down now, kiddos. You're going to need all your energy if you hope to find the most eggs and take home the exclusive prize. Now, is everyone ready? Yeah. Alright. I don't even know what they look like. Okay. Oh. See. I see you. Boop. Oh man. Is that one? Oh. Oh, look at all these eggs. Now, if only I could get you kids to pick up litter this efficiently, we'd have the cleanest town this side of the Gem Sea. And now the winner of this year's egg hunt. It's a tie between Dora and lovely Flo. Here's your prize. Nice. I also love that the two, like, late 30-year-olds beat the children. That's right. Fuck you, kids. That'll teach you to be hopeful. Boop. Oh. Spry as a fall chicken. Bunny! I like the bunny. Oh yeah, I didn't even check out the shop when we were there. I just went straight for the egg hunt. Oh. Yay! Nice. Also, the turtle is sleeping in here. Put my straw hat away. Yeah, kids should have really tried harder if they actually wanted prizes. Maybe if they didn't suck. I just gotta run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Pat the turtle. One second. Okay, sorry, had to do something. I got a rusty cog. Seaweed and... I need to sort this shit. Wait. So I wanted to... there. What do with rusty cog? I'm gonna go check the crab pots. Ooh, I'm gonna pet all the animals first. Pet. Pet. Pet, pet, pet. Well, it says it's an artifact, but it doesn't say... Whoop. Just says it's well-preserved cog. Okay, so then I can sell it. Sorry, distracted by the goat sheep spazzing happening over there. Cog. Boop. What you guys doing? Ducks. Oh, I could do the milkins. I gotta get the pail thingy. I've got a rusty cog. Sounds like something that Model T would yell in cars. Boop. Whoops. Huh? Is that a pig? Do we have a pig now? Oink oink. Oh, don't eat the cheese. Goat milk is there. Boop. Is the sheep stuck in the goat? because they've just been like that for a little bit. Bark, 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 bark. Hmm. Boop. There we go. Okay, okay. Guess I'll have a look at some of the things I have to do. Alright, I gotta bring maple syrup somewhere, but I don't even think we have any yet. Is that... No. I don't even know what the maple trees look like. Apricots. That's a lot of this oak resin or whatever. Pine tar, that's it. I don't know. Whoop. I like how the cat goes flat. Cat goes flat. Just gonna put those there. Flo will sort the fridge eventually. Okay. Nice. We'll also have a kitchen. Wonderful. Okay. How do I get to the... Bloop. How do I get there? Is that where I'm supposed to go? Is that the secret woods? Hmm? Why does it say there's a lonely stone? There's a bear. That smell, come closer. Why is the bear talking? It's not every day I get to speak to a human. Looks like you've got a little forest magic in you. Now, about my note, did you bring the good stuff? Ho ho, that smell. This is really sweet stuff. It's my favorite sauce. It makes me very happy. You've made a friend today, Dora. I've got something special I want to show you. Oh god. The bear left you with his special knowledge. Salmon berries and blackberries are now worth 3 times the gold. Nice. Boop. Boop. Oh, there's slimes. Oh, didn't see them for a second. Old Master cannoli? Still searching for the sweetest taste. Can't go anywhere? Is there anything back here? No? Is there anything interesting I can fish out of here? Is that a druid, right, Bo? That bear had druid vibes. Oh. Oh. This is a nice little spot. I really miss hiking in the woods and stuff. I'd love to get back to that this summer. But a problem being that I can't walk. There is a cane, though, I've had my eye on that I guess is more of a walking stick, but the bottom has like a good little spike that digs into dirt so that it grips good. And the top of it is an axe. And I've really wanted that for a while. If I can get that, that would make it a little easier. And I got to, like, I do a lot better if I keep up with my yoga, and I've been falling behind on my yoga. Me talking about it today, when I haven't been keeping up with it as regularly as I should be, because I used to do yoga every single day. And I stopped doing it for a little bit, and now I'm doing it here and there. I need to really, like, get back to the daily practice. And maybe if I make sure that I'm doing my yoga every day and start focusing on, like, with POTS and stuff, you can exercise. Like I mentioned, the exercise intolerance. You can exercise, but you need to start really slow. So if I want to be doing stuff this summer, it might already be kind of late for me to start trying to exercise to be able to do that stuff. But yeah, the problem being that like I used to be able to go hiking and have like, I mean, I've been in constant pain, physical pain, since I was 6, but it used to not be so bad, and I used to have an easier time walking, and now walking is very painful and difficult for me. But with the right balance of, maybe preparing with some yoga. There's a lot of fridges in here. Preparing with some yoga and, exercising, building up to it, making sure I have the right cane. I think I could still do. Sorry, stretching. Do some do some hiking. New crafting recipe keg. And an oil maker. What I've wanted to do for a long time. What I've wanted to do for a long time is I want to walk the Trans-Canada Trail. Nice. Now I gotta pet all of the critters. Meow. Kitty, out of my way. Here you go. What's this? This takes up too much room. I was gonna give you this thing, but it's huge apparently. Yes! Thank you! Boop. Um... Actually, I was gonna put the... I can just put the newspaper straight into one of these things. Actually, I wanna... Can I take those down? Oh, that's not what I wanted. There's a giant bear statue in here. When did that happen? How long has it been there? Yeah, I didn't notice it before. Good stuff. Um, Where's the slime stuff? I don't remember. Oh, it's a new week, right? So maybe I can go give Marnie a... Also, I guess I should read the mail. Dear Dora, I'd like to surprise my husband with a gift. He's a big fan of leeks. Could you bring me one? Sure. Wonder if I have one just around. Yep. I'm gonna go give Marnie a diamond, then give them... We can go take the leek. What? But... Wait a minute. Where is she? Is there like a certain day that Marnie's not there? Can I go through her fridge? Oh, I can see the shorts. It's fine. Okay. Oh, there she is. Is that her? Aha. That's as far as I've gotten. Just by really giving her diamonds regularly hasn't made her like super like me yet. Okay. Sorry everyone, my throat just made a really fucking weird noise that I'm pretty sure the mic picked up. Okay. Where am I going? Finding Evelyn? It's the home of Evelyn, but she's not there. Oh, there we is. There we is. Yep. Where's this old lady? I have passed by her. There she is. Oh, thank you, dear. This leek looks delicious. George will be so happy. He loves when I make eggs with leeks for breakfast. I like potato leek soup. Yes, potato leek soup is good shit. Melon to Demetrius. Okay. I'm on my way. Where is this fucker? That's him, right? This is perfect. It's just what I need for my research. It's going to be hard not to eat it. Thanks a bunch. All right. Okay. I was just thinking something and then it's gone. Brain just ejected that thought right out of there. Well, my own brain ejected that thought. Not you, brain tickles. Boop. Just going around seeing what there is to collect. Whoops. Is that a mossy tree or is that just looking at because it is through that? Whatever. Boop. Getting lots of stuff. I forgot there's that weird mermaid area. Do you know where the slime things are? The monster loot slime. Where we're storing that? Because I can't remember or find. It was. Oh, we have a monster fridge? The monster fridge is far right. Hmm. Can I just sell the topazes? Here, I have a topaz. But like, so my thing is, I want to put my cake on my table and be able to look at it. It's too beautiful just to eat. Yeah. Is there a mod to display my cake? Brain tickles. What? You want to have your cake and see it too? Yes, I do. Turtle. Hmm? That was weird. Okay. The dog dropped a chewing stick, which belongs in the museum. Okay. I mean, anything a dog gives me is precious enough to belong in a museum. Cat, get out of the way. I want to fill the water dish. Aw. Yay. Okay, but this kitty needs to move. Listen here, kitty. Yes, I pat you. Now you move. It's not even your water dish you're blocking. You're blocking the dog's water dish. This is very much cat behavior. There we go. Oh yes, I guess I'll grab the bait. Boop. Okay. Okay. I think that's easy enough to remember. All right. Ooh, nice. Boop. I don't remember how much of this I need. But then it doesn't make all the blooping noises. Yeah. Well, I use the keyboard sometimes, but I like the bloopy noises. Bloop, 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 bloop. Would you rob me of the bloopy noises? Boop, boop, boop. Well, I will try that. What's that? Oh, a loom. Do we have a loom yet? I can make a loom. I shall make a loom. Illuminating. Boop, 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 boop. I need some pine tar and some wood. Right. Wait. We got pine tar in here? I don't know where it'd be. Wait, do we have pine tar somewhere? Plant chest. Does sound like it would not be good for cooking. Wait. Plant chest, over here, right? Okay, I know what I'm doing. Oh, we have oak resin, but there's no pine tar in here. Maybe there's some more over here by now. More will come soon. There's other stuff that I wanted to make, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, I wanted to make myself a brewing thingamajigger. Keg. Excuse my noises as I stretch it. Oh. Do you have the wood or are we out of wood? Because I go choppy choppy if we're out of wood. God damn it, cat. Seriously? This not seriously at the we're out of wood, the cat was blocking me from the bush, and every time I moved to one side it would step in front of me. Okay. I'm gonna go chop down some trees. Ooh, someone did give us some wood, I think. Probably brain tickles. That cat is definitely showing cat behavior. Whoops. Ooh. Just hover over it and press F1. Okay. I will try to remember that. I will just blame you entirely if I don't have that mod. It's entirely your fault. And you have failed me. I'm just kidding. It just means you need to tolerate me asking, what this do all the time? Whoop. Killing all the trees. Killing all the trees. Yep. I'm just noticing chat. Our cat brought my sister a live cockroach. Dear God. They do like to present uncomfortable presents, don't they? When I lived in St. John... Yeah. I was wondering what that was about. When I was in St. John, there was a cat that I took in for a wee bit. But I couldn't have him in my apartment because I had my cat. But I lived in an apartment building where I was the only one. There was 4 units in the building, and I was the only one in any of the units. So I just opened the window in one of the units that the back door was kind of attached. So there was like a back area that in on the East Coast they call it the back shed. That I left open from the apartment that he could get into in the window, because he was just like a feral cat that was running around, and I was like, "Here, come in," and and I'd give him food and stuff and shelter, and he used to bring me dead animals, which that was not pleasant. There was one time I had to go back there for something and did not realize that he had left a dead mouse head, and I stepped on it, and I will forever be haunted by the sound and feeling. Um, Hello. Oh, okay. So I have. Yay! Yay! Not yay that that's unfortunately a core memory now, but yay! I made a keg. Um. Well, boop. I will, much like Flo's, set mine up in my home. Nice. What this thing? Where do I set this thing up? What do I put in that? That sounds like a good idea. Sheds, is that something I go to Robin for? I went killing trees and I have 454 pieces of wood. Boop. Probably use more though. I will go kill more trees on the next day. That's a good idea. Well, you see, you use the villagers as fertilizer. What else do I got going on here? I don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot. Technically, I have the blobfish mask on. It's just because I have the owl, it's not visible. I was gonna do something and I forgot. Give me one moment. Run to the bathroom again and do something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I came back. All right. Turtle. Puppy. Kitty. Now the puppy's blocking the water dish. Whoop. No. In the water. There we go. Damn it. So I'm gonna try to get more wood. What's that? Only master of 5 ways may enter. Weird. 5 ways of what? Oh. Okay. Oh. Let me, if you kind of prep the fence or whatever, and maybe stand where I mean, I guess I'm just moving the barn slightly over, probably. That seems like the most reasonable. I'll go to see Robin if you want to fix up the fence. Okay, let me know when you think of a good spot, and then I'll go see Robin to move it. Boop. Nice. I need because I got the maple syrup for the mission quest thingamajigger. Now I need pine tar for building something that I've forgotten about. Oh, the loom. I wanted to build a loom. Good night, Brain Tickles. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad that you came to join us for the stream. Oh. And thank you for all the participation with crowd control. Ah. What is this thing you speak of, Flo? Oh. Being attacked. Oh. Haha! I have retrieved the pants. Wait. Double check. Yeah, no pine tar yet. I've retrieved the pants. I'm off to give Lewis his lucky boxers, by the look of it, back. Pants. Let's sell them. No. Anyways. Oh. There, I have no idea how they could have gotten there, cough. This stays between you and me, got it? Well, I've been talking about it ever since I've been trying to get Marnie to like me enough to let me in to get them. It's asking you, fine, return them discreetly. Okay. Exactly. I made a huge show of getting the pants and taking the longest route around, yelling about the pants. So I don't think I was very discreet. No. Boop. My legs. Is there anywhere to... Oh no, you already got some plenty plants out here. Can they go on the path? Trees? I guess they'll just obstruct the way. I've been murdering all kinds of trees down past Marnie's. Wait, isn't that where I... No, that's not where I was. Yeah. Yes, that's that's where you said to go. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Do. Wait, is that up here? Yes. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay, so I think I got one more in-game day in me before I gotta call it a night. Yay! Sorting. I usually enjoy sorting, but for Stardew, it's very dizzying for me. For things like Supermarket Simulator and stuff, my storage room is all sorted and everything like that, and I find it really relaxing. The purple chest is for decorations, like scarecrows and fences. Okay. Excellent. But some games, Stardew seems to be one of those for me. I can't do it. My brain won't let me sort properly with the chests and stuff in this game. Boop. Boop. I have collected a lot of salmon berries. We have like 200 something now. Ooh. Yay! Greenhouse. That is very exciting. All right. Good job, Flo. I gotta pet. I gotta pet all the aminals. Kitty. Nice. I've never. Oh, I'm holding clay apparently. I've never gotten the greenhouse before. Can we go inside? Oh. Nice. Alright, how do we complete whatever bundle it is you said? Oh. Okay. Nope. I forgot to bring the milking bucket thingy, didn't I? No, it's right there. I got it. I get it. I can do it. What? Okay. Jeez. Okay. Oh, I didn't fill the dishes. So I think I have some stuff I can do in town. Oops. I turned it into a watering can. I didn't mean to. It's fine. It's fine. I can fix it. I can fix it. Do you have a jar of honey? I read that slightly wrong. Aww. Thank you. I read the middle word wrong because I'm tired. Where is... Wait. Oh, there's no room for the apricot. Fine, I'm gonna sell it then. Sell that apricot. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. We have a mystery box and a thing to... Okay. So we need to get a mill and at least 2 sheds. Okay. I suppose that is robin stuff. Huh. Oh. I didn't bring any cloth. I don't even know how much cloth we have. So I guess we need 4 cloth to make a mill. I have the stuff on me. I can make at least 1 shed. Do you have an idea of where to put it? If you're on the farm and you can stand around where you want the shed, I can put a shed. Okay, so we'll keep it in mind because it's just 300 wood and we have the wood. We have the wood to make 2 sheds. But we do need 4 cloth for the mill. And I know we have at least 1. Yes, the loom will be great. Oh, that's a pickaxe, not an axe. Boop. Buck, buck, buck. So I will add that to my, because I make notes on my clipboard for stuff to remember for the next streams. So I will note down that we need a mill and 2 sheds, and that I'm working on getting a loom built. Ooh, diamonds. Ooh, okay. I shall do that. Whoop, walking into nothingness. Okay. Do 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 do. Whoops, do 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 do. Headed to the community center. It almost looks like my character's skipping when I'm watching from the back as I walk. Alright. Which one's the... There we go. Oh. I don't need these. Didn't realize I got so much wood. I will come back to get the, Nice. Bus repair is done. Also, thank you for... We have a person spamming diamonds. Love the endless diamonds. I have to drop some stuff off. Ah, thank you for the equipment chest. I'll put that in there for now. I'm gonna run back to the community center because I think there's a reward thingy I didn't grab because I didn't have room. Or no, it's gone now. Guess I didn't get it. This is a nice little spot though. Look at this little chair. What other stuff do we need? Alright, rushing back. So if I want to give you something, Flo, do I do the hold it above my head and approach you like the villagers or whatever? Where are you? Where'd you go? I heard... Oh. Where are you? You're above me. Are you in the house? They're in the house. Oh, you are. You're welcome. We were talking about calamari when I was playing The Witcher. Hee. Excellent. I like that color. Well, all right. I think that is it. I'm going to try to run to the chest to throw some leeks in there before the very end of the day here. But that will be all for today, I guess. So thank you to everybody who joined. And thank you, Flo, for playing with me. Like usual, it wouldn't be the same without you. Yeah, thank you for everyone who participated. Thank you for spamming diamonds at the end there. I'd say your name, but I'm not even sure. It looked like a mash of letters to me, and I'm really tired. So thank you, though. Yay, and everything's sorted now. Thank you, Flo. Yeah, so thank you everyone who joined this week. Next week, the mental health chat will be hopefully starting earlier. Oh no, Flo passed out. Oh, and the bus getting fixed, right? So we'll have the fixed bus for next time. Yeah. Making good money too. Yeah, so next week, the mental health chat should start earlier, at least probably 6:30, maybe 5:30, and then of course Stardew. The next day that we're streaming is Wednesday is Divinity Original Sin with Flofloseal. And then the Thursdays I do The Witcher 2. Saturday mornings are Saturday morning cartoons, also with crowd control. We're playing Pokemon Fire Red right now. And Sundays, Sunday mornings are Mass Effect 3 currently. And then, yeah, every Monday is Mental Health Monday. So thank you everyone who joined. If you aren't already following, please give me a follow. I think most people have filtered out by now because it's getting late, but I hope everyone has a wonderful day and remembers to take care of themselves. Bye.